What a beautiful day. Sun is shining, the birds are singing. Just spotted my first brimstone butterfly of the season, which always gives me a boost. So yeah, loving life today and enjoying the spring sunshine in the beautiful Forest of Dean. But today I want to talk about burnout, and specifically how to avoid burnout, or how to have coping mechanisms that can help us deal with burnout, or the early stages of burnout when life starts to get too much. So regular viewers of my channel will have noticed that I've not been very active over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and that's because it's been a really intense period at work for me. I mean, school holidays, Easter, summer, Halloween, Christmas, they're all very intense periods. It feels like my foot's to the floor constantly. I don't really get time to stop and recharge, and I enjoy it when I'm in the flow, but cumulatively it can run you down. It can leave you feeling a bit flat, a bit like your batteries are on empty. So you need to recognize when you need to step back a little bit and recharge, and over the years I've developed a few coping mechanisms for that, which I will go into. But I'm sure we've all been there. Many of us will have experienced burnout in some form or other over the years. So if you're a caregiver, especially a teacher, even in industry, construction, hospitality, whatever your industry is, the pressures in the mothering world are pretty intense. There's always this desire to give more of yourself. And then on top of that, we have to juggle family life and carving out time for friends and trying to fit some joy and fun and adventure into your life too. It can feel like an intense juggling act. You're trying to juggle all these different components of your life. And if you're not careful, you can leave yourself feeling jaded, dejected, and on a downward spiral. So some of the signs of burnout, of course, are perhaps procrastination, lack of kind of enthusiasm. You lose your spark. You've probably eaten more junk food than you normally would do. You might be drinking too much. You just lose your spark for life, your zest for life. So you got to recognize when to step back and recharge. And over the years, once or twice I've been right on the edge of complete burnout, and luckily I've had recharge opportunities. So a good friend of mine, Tommy, back in the day, Tommy was a fantastic runner. He got a running scholarship to North Carolina, and he went out there and he won the state championship for his university. The first time in years that particular university had won. So he became a bit of a local hero. And Tommy used to tell me that his running coach had a really good analogy. He said that when you're looking for your peak fitness, if you think of a pint glass and you're trying to fill it to the top with water, basically the closer to the top of that pint glass you get, the closer to peak fitness you are. But if you just push too far, you overflow, overspill, and you crash down with injury or staleness or burnout. So you need to recognize when you need to ease back a little to stop that overspill. And it's the exact same in the working world. We all push ourselves quite hard. It's recognizing when you need to take time out to step back to recharge. So over the last 3 weeks, I've been really, really busy doing long days, people facing constantly, and it's recognizing when I need to step back. So I've been doing that. I've been giving myself little recharge moments where I would just sit and maybe lie on my little Shakti mat and do a little meditation for 20 minutes, or just listen to some healing tones. Just sit and read my book quietly for a little while. It's really important that you decompress. So there are many ways to do it. I mean, now I still feel a little bit flat, if I'm honest. My batteries are still a little bit low, so I've been taking it easy yesterday and today, which are my days off, and I will gradually recharge. But there are great ways to recharge. One of them, of course, is to get out in nature more. When we're out in nature, our mood enhancement just lifts. Serotonin, dopamine, endorphins, they're all stimulated naturally when we're outdoors. So spending time out in nature is a classic and best probably way to combat burnout, in my opinion. Just go for a nice quiet walk somewhere, in the countryside, in a local woodland, or at the park, down by a beach if you're coastal. Just time outdoors is brilliant. It mightn't be a walk, it could be you might want to go on a bike ride or even a long drive in the countryside. Whatever it is that relaxes you. Just sit quietly somewhere and read your book, have a drink, go to a local cafe. Find those moments in your life that just help you recharge. I guess it's been a little bit selfish, almost not selfish, but looking after yourself. You cannot help others if you feel flat and empty. So do the things that you feel you need to do, because we cannot pour from an empty cup. We cannot give our gifts, our energy to others if we're feeling flat ourselves. So it's really, really important, I think, that we recharge. And as you get back into your steady rhythm, you get your good habits back. You might start to exercise more often again. You may hydrate more often, drink more water, of course, eat healthy, meditate more, whatever it is that are your good habits in life. We lose them when we get close to burnout, but when we get back on an even keel, when we get back to feeling more ourselves, we get our good habits back, and then we can give our gifts to the world. So that's my little takeaway. Get out there, have time for yourself, keep yourself fully charged up, and then we can share ourselves with the wider world. Have a great day and talk to you soon.